Today I want to talk about chlamydia. Chlamydia is a really important sexual infection because it is so common. It's so common, in fact, that 1 in 10 people between the ages of 16 and 25 have chlamydia. Are you thinking of your friend groups? Scary, isn't it? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Natasha and I'm a doctor specialising in sexual health. Chlamydia is something that we see in the clinic every day. It's that common. Chlamydia is caused by a bacteria called Chlamydia trachomatis, and it's a bacteria that infects the genital tract, the rectum, and less commonly the eye or the throat. Because of that, it's passed through sexual fluids and can be passed by any type of sexual contact, so oral sex, anal sex, or vaginal sex. One of the reasons that chlamydia is so common is because it is very infectious. So if you were to have unprotected sex with somebody who had chlamydia, you would have a 75% chance of catching it yourself. Symptoms of chlamydia can show themselves in different ways. For men, the most common symptoms are burning or pain when you go for a wee, or some discharge or fluid from the penis. Symptoms for women are similar, so they can have increased discharge, pain or discomfort when they go for a wee, and they can also get tummy pains, pain during or after sex, and they can also get some bleeding after sex or irregular bleeding. Symptoms from the bottom are very similar, with discomfort and discharge, and in the eye, the symptoms are usually just in one eye, causing a red eye, and it can be a bit weepy as well. But you don't have any symptoms, so you're fine, right? Wrong, unfortunately. About 75% of women and 50% of men have no symptoms at all when they get chlamydia, and symptoms from infection in the throat are almost always without symptoms. So, even if everything seems fine, you should still go and get yourself checked regularly. And testing is really easy. For vagina and the rectum, it's just a swab that you can take yourself, and for men, it's just a pee sample. If you have symptoms, go down to your local sexual health clinic and they'll be able to advise you about what tests you need. And if you don't have any symptoms at all, you don't want to go down to the clinic, but you do want to get checked, then many areas have a service where you can register online and they will send you a pack in the post. You can do the swabs yourself and then you just send it back and you get the results by text message. Most people don't realise that it can take up to 2 weeks for a test to become positive for chlamydia. So if there's a particular episode that you're worried about, try and resist the temptation to rush down to your local sexual health clinic to get a test, because the negative test that you get may not be the actual result. Okay? Try and wait the 2 weeks and then you can be sure that the result that you're getting is the true result. The only exception to that would be if you were getting symptoms before the 2 weeks, at which point you should definitely go down to the sexual health clinic. The good news is that chlamydia is really easy to treat, provided that we catch it early. All you'll get is a course of antibiotics. It's usually for a week, and you take 1 tablet twice a day. And during that time, absolutely no sex. It's also really important that your partner or partners get treated also and complete that treatment before you guys have sex again. Otherwise, you can pass the infection back and forth between yourselves. Another really important reason to tell your partner is that without treatment, chlamydia can have some very nasty long-term problems. For men, the infection can track backwards and cause an inflammation of the testicles, and for women it can track up into the womb, causing chronic pain and inflammation in the pelvis. That chronic inflammation and scarring can lead to problems with fertility, sometimes infertility, and the increased risk of ectopic pregnancies for women. All of those are much more difficult to treat. So, what are you waiting for? Go and get yourself a test. If you want to know more about chlamydia, if you have questions, you can pop down to your local sexual health clinic, or you can post them on this video below and I will do my best to read and answer as many as possible. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell button if you want to keep on finding out more about sexual health. And don't forget that sex is fun, so let's keep it that way.